So there's, what shall we get to? There's so many things. I have some shoes behind me. So guys, just before I talk about this is not a Nike advert. But we're going to talk about some Nikes. No, actually, so I got a pair of these new the new DNs. I'm just going to balance them right there.
Oh,
look at that.
Wait.
The new AirMax DNs. So for those that don't know, the AirMax range is a range of trainers that I believe began with when Tinker Hatfield made the AirMax 1, which is the classic silhouette. I had my hat somewhere here, but it has it on there. But basically, he was brought in and wanted to make something for Nike, and he was inspired by a building in Paris. I forget the name of it, where the pipes
isn't
are
it
on
like the Pompidou?
Is it where the pipes are on the
Pompidou,
outside? Yeah. And he had the idea to put these air bubbles on the, like, to show them, for them to be exposed. And everyone was like, what? It'll never work. And then everyone loved it. And now it's a lot more common. And there's I don't know how many Air Maxes, but there's a billion. But then basically Nike every year do a celebration for Air Max Day. And usually, I don't know how long it's been going that they release a new Air Max on Air Max Day or near Air Max Day, but they do it now. Last year was the Air Max Pulse. This year is the Air Max DN. I actually did not get these from any of my association with Nike at all.
You just signed up early. Like a good fan.
Yeah. No, well, there was an event that End Clothing put on with Nike and a place called Soul Cycle, SOLE. And what they do is basically they are like, what they were doing for this event, let's say, is they were taking old pairs of Air Max to donate to a good cause, I guess. I guess they work with people that are in need of trainers. So they take your Air Maxes and then they give you a brand new pair of shoes as part of the Air Max Day event, which was at Phonica Records in Central. So yeah, basically the first 100 people to sign up, you could bring an old pair of Air Maxes and get a brand new pair of DNs, either the black or the white. And I got the black. So yeah, I really like them. I haven't actually danced in them yet, so I was wondering, what do you think of them?
I really like the look. They're a bit like spaceship looking.
Yeah, like in a good way or
a
bad way.
No, in a way that, like, if I ran on a treadmill in space, I would want it to be in those shoes.
Fair. So do they seem like running shoes to you, kind of?
Yeah, but also it's because, like, for me, I feel like it's very individual.
Just put them back here.
But for me, I prefer, like, for dancing, I prefer a flatter sole.
Do you? That's interesting, because I need the back. That's why I like Air Maxes to dance in. Like, I think almost all the shoes I dance in, like, and I enjoy are Air Maxes, because I have a pair of Dunks that I wore to the session.
Yeah. And
I love the Dunks, but I don't love the flat foot. Like, when I first started dancing, it was in the era where everyone was wearing Puma suedes. So that, like, flat sole thing was
like
really
thin,
good.
Flat sole.
Yeah, but now I quite like having a little lift in my heels.
Yeah. No, I mean, I really like the look of them. But yeah, for me, for dancing, also it's because I've had, like, since I was a teenager, ongoing, like, I would always roll my ankle. And if the sole is thicker,
it's more chance of rolling over.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like if the sole is thicker, there's more chance of me rolling over my ankle, and then it's like higher.
Yeah, that's also fair. That happened to me a couple of times with my other Air Maxes, that, like, and I jump, for example, if my foot is like that and I jump that way, so if I jump to my side, for people that are listening, and I land, it's a bit harder. Like, I have to have a bit more strength in my ankles to not go over like that when it's higher. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess the flat shoes are better, but I don't know why I prefer this. I think if I have to, like, think scientifically, shout out Joel, but, like,
when it comes to the physical
layer, literally when it comes to the physical layer of dancing, no, but, like, I feel like I'm pushed a little bit more onto my toes, and when I'm on my toes, I feel like I'm a bit, it's like playing basketball, like, you never have really, like, your weight on your heels, you're always forward. So I wonder if the lift on the heel pushes me forward onto my toes, and then I feel a bit more, like, mobile or bouncy,
like a bouncy cat.
Yeah, and maybe I think it's sometimes I can not be off balance with a flat shoe, but
yeah, you're less, like,
it's less focused onto one area. Anyway,
but I feel also for popping, anyways, like, because, like, hip hop or house or whatever, I feel like you would be more like heel toe kind of. I feel like popping, you would be often, like, flat footed.
Like, people like Cam wears, like, TNs, which is another another. It's not an AirMax, I don't think, or maybe they are an AirMax now. But the TNs, which are like this, like high soles.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like individual.
You know what I find
taste,
interesting is like that dancers don't want a shoe made for dancers. I find.
Yeah.
Like I think I don't know what it is, but it's like I guess like skateboarding might be the same in a way, but like with these like kind of cultural things, it's like, do you want like, because it's so, the whole thing of the culture is like
individual style,
but also like making the best of other, like even the music is sampled from other stuff, like the clothing is like, you know, now there's like hip hop fashion, but it's like even in the days of like the 90s, it was like Tommy Hilfiger and all these things that weren't for the people that were wearing it, in air quotes, but they would like Aaliyah would like take it, and even with Run DMC taking the Adidas making the shoe, and then the companies took them on, but it wasn't that it was like meant for them in the first place.
Yeah.
So I think it's like part of the culture that it's like we like to just dress like fashion first, and then if we can dance in it, that's almost second.
Not for it to be like something that's prescribed.
Yeah, like I feel like with, I don't know, maybe like contemporary dancers or more like jazz and stuff, they want the jazz shoe or the ballet shoe made for them by Block or by whoever, you know.
Sure.
Whereas we want something that's like made for good fashion, and then we take it.
Yeah, and
but also, it has to fit obviously like how we like to dance or whatever. But
yeah, but I feel like there is like in terms of kind of like specific dance apparel or shoes, like it would appeal to like a certain demographic of dancer. I just don't think like,
well, I'm talking like battle dancer, freestyle, like or more the adults.
Yeah, maybe like in terms of young people in the studio, like choreo or kind of
yeah,
cruise.
Even then I don't know. I mean, maybe.
But then it's like you don't want to be wearing the same thing as the other crew, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough to know about that, but I feel like, you know, there might be people that are like on TikTok and whatever, and they're really into dance.
Yeah, they might want
it's
a
like,
dance.
Oh yeah, it's
shoe,
a dance, like
so,
it's a dance collection. So
yeah, I think like that's what I think like the Nike dance collection that they put out at the end of last year was not too over the top dancer, like I'm a dancer, like that kind of almost cliche thing, which I think
it's not like Nike dance.
Yeah, even if it said Nike dance, I wouldn't be mad at it. But it's like it's those stereotypical like, I don't know, like oh, we're gonna put out like leg warmers and like you know, like a split sole shoe that's like for jazz. It's like, okay, that's very like somebody's impression of like what dance is like. Whereas like, I feel like their stuff was more like, it is still movement stuff, but
but it could be part of not any collection, but like
but no, I quite like this. I like the I don't know if I was, because was it you that said they grew on you, or Lewis?
No.
Someone said they grew on them. I kind of feel the same. Like at first I was like, not sure, but the more I look at them, and especially having them in real life, I do quite like them. This is quite flexible, this top part.
No, but I like the shape. I think they're a bit like sleek.
Yeah, I need to dance in them to check them out. But no, they're definitely decent. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say on them, but I quite like them. I think the black I prefer to the white in this selection that I had. It was like the white was like all this part
was
here
black,
was black, and then the main part was white. But yeah, I think it's an interesting thing, like seeing what shoes dancers like. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are wearing like AirMaxes and stuff to dance in. You still get people wearing stuff like Hush Puppies and stuff, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, anyway, shout out Nike for AirMax Day, and End and Soul Cycle for that event. That was really cool.
Yeah. You know, they actually like recycle the soles to make like basketball courts.
Oh, sick.
To make like the floor.
Nike do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like if you bring your trainers back to the store, they use the soles for that.
Oh, I need to look up what Soul Cycle actually do with the shoes that were donated. But yeah, I loved it was a cool event, a nice, really nice location actually. I wonder if they're going to do more stuff there. It was like the record shop is, I guess it's a record shop, Phonica Records, but like underneath there's a whole event space. So I was like, how are they going to fit all these people in here? And you go in and you go downstairs and there's a whole big like warehouse thing.
You were scoping it, right? You were like,
yeah, I was like, interesting.
Good to know.
And really good location, like central. But yeah, cool event.